So in a surprising turn of events, the Texas Longhorns not only just got big news, they just pulled off a massive flip. Not long ago, we sat down and talked about former Louisville defensive lineman Jermayne Lole and his intention to transfer from Louisville to the Oklahoma Sooners. However, that no longer looks to be the case, as it was just announced via Hayes Fawcett that he is going to be flipping to the Texas Longhorns. And today, we need to break this down. We need to talk about it and dive into what this means. But before we can, as always, y'all know the drill. I have got to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, Y for yes, N for no. Are you surprised that Texas pulled off this flip? And let me know what you're thinking. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification as I do constant college football content and you don't want to miss any of it. But having said all that, let's dive right into this. And as I alluded to in the intro, this is a little bit of a surprising turn of events. Both Texas and Oklahoma are a few of the teams out there who have been really looking to add in more depth to their defensive line. And Oklahoma and Texas have both been able to get some wins via the transfer portal. In fact, OU just got a massive win for Dominic Williams, the former TCU defensive lineman, and that win came over the Texas Longhorns, Missouri, and LSU. But on the heels of that move, it seems like it made Germaine Lole think about his decision more, and now he flips to the Texas Longhorns, where this is the third defensive lineman addition Texas has got via the portal. And this is an area where if you talk to Texas fans, while they're excited for 2024, they're curious about what that interior defensive line is going to be, especially after having lost those two monsters to the NFL draft. But that's why they've been so aggressive in the transfer portal at trying to make additions, trying to get competitive depth, and they had just pulled off a big flip, especially whenever you talk about the implications of this. I talk all the time about whenever there's a recruiting battle and Texas and Oklahoma are going heads up for the same prospect, I always find that to be really intriguing, and I am personally obsessed with recruiting to begin with. But whenever you have two rivals going after the same prospect, well, sign me up. And especially one of the biggest rivalries, not only in college football, but in American sports in general, the Red River rivalry. And I have a really intimate knowledge of that rivalry, having grown up on the Red River. I've seen it from both sides. I know Oklahoma fans, I know Texas fans, and I am lucky enough to be able to make content with both sides of this rivalry. So I'm always intrigued whenever they're going after the same prospects. Even more intrigued whenever the transfer portal comes around and it's affording these teams opportunities to flip players from the other. And Germaine Lole is now going to be a big win for the Texas Longhorns as they try and supplement more depth on the interior of that defensive front, especially as they're heading to the SEC. And I know this is a move that is going to have people talking, and especially whenever you look into the future. Everybody in college football already circles the Red River rivalry, but now I think a lot more people are going to be highly interested, especially because of this move, because it's an added storyline. And let's be honest, though football is won on the gridiron, storylines make these games even more intriguing than they already are. And let's be honest, the Red River rivalry isn't a game that needs any more intrigue around it. Just by its very existence, it's going to have a lot of intrigue, but whenever you sprinkle these storylines, it just takes it to another level. I'm interested to see what this means going forward, because knowing Brent Venables, he has been hyper-aggressive in the transfer portal, and I'm interested to see if they revisit the portal and see what else is out there. There are still plenty of talented players out there, still plenty of names to know, especially on this defensive line. But it should be noted for Oklahoma fans, you did get a massive win for Dominic Williams. Dominic Williams looks to be an immediate contributor for that defensive line, and now for Texas fans, you get another win that you continue to try and add in more competitive depth to that interior defensive line. And Germaine Lole is now another name that can help you guys go forward with more competitive depth, having a rotation at that interior defensive line. But I can't wait to hear from all of you. I know that there will be a lot of contention about this move, and I can't wait to hear about it down in the comments. Hop down there. Let me know what you're thinking. That's it. See ya.